Hey, good Monday evening. It's January 20th. It's about 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Michael Clark here with BAM Weather with a forecast unlike anyone I've ever given in my life for the Deep South. I'm going to go over the impacts and the threats for this historic, unlike anything we've ever seen, Deep South winter storm. And we're going to go over it right now using the Clarity platform. Share it with a friend. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already. Guys, this is a look at the current alerts and advisories. Winter storm warnings for portions of South Carolina, southern Georgia, northern Florida. Extreme cold warnings. All right. As far north as Atlanta, winter weather advisories through Alabama. And then you go to Gulfport, New Orleans, extreme cold warnings, winter storm warnings. You go over down here to southwest Louisiana, it continues. Houston area, Austin area, winter storm warnings. Winter storm warnings and extreme cold watches from Corpus Christi over towards Charleston, South Carolina. It's absolutely unbelievable the area this covers and how much of an area it covers. In fact, as the crow flies, it's 1,000 miles from Austin to Charleston. It's unbelievable what we're going to be looking at here. All right, I'm going to turn off the alerts and we're going to put current radar into motion. This is using the Clarity platform, my location based out of New Orleans. And we're just talking about a huge high impact event. The storm's getting its act together. You can see it out here across portions of Oklahoma, Dallas, North Texas, starting to get its act together. But look at this. I want to put this into perspective for you. Okay. I want you to understand what we're looking at. This is from the Houston metro area. It could see upwards of 6 inches of snow by Tuesday morning. But there aren't any snow plows to clear the roads. The plan is wait for the snow to melt. It's really unbelievable to be thinking about this. The temperatures are going to be cold really up and through the end of the week. And we're just going to be dealing with a storm that will shut down essentially a stretch of 1,000 miles across multiple states in the Deep South, all in part of this winter pattern that we've been touting and advertising for quite some time. Okay, let's look at this in terms of the snowfall forecast. This is the 3-day snowfall forecast out right now. Okay, go over here to the Houston area. I can interrogate the map available through the Clarity Pro feature. 2 inches of snow, as much as 4.6 out to the east. I'll turn on the location by point tool here, and I will go into the Houston metro area. We'll start there. Go to the Chances tab over here to the right. You can see the range in the snowfall forecast using over 100 different weather models, looking at the minimum, the likely, and the most max, and the highest outcome. There's a high outcome possibility of over 6 inches here, right? With a likely outcome of 2 inches. Nonetheless, it's unprecedented. It's crazy, right? Then you go over here to the New Orleans area. Let's check out that data. A most likely of 6.2 inches of snow. Unbelievable. The most any January we've ever seen in New Orleans since records were being kept. Dates back to, I believe it was 1985, where we had 0.4 of an inch of snow in January. And so you're getting into the likes of impacts of which you've never seen before. And some of the weather models are actually trending upwards in snow totals this evening. I'm just showing you the Clarity platform and how you can interrogate it and get the most out of it. We go over here to the hourly forecast product and go into New Orleans, where my location is set for. I pull this up. Look at the impacts here. It's just unbelievable. You're going to have snow-covered roads, and look at the temperatures that crash by Wednesday morning into the mid-20s, all right? With an outcome here, 5.4 inches to as much locally as north of 8 inches of snow. Some of the HRRR runs have been just incredible with how much snow it's projecting down here. It's just wild to think about. Then you look at the daily forecast that Clarity has to offer. You know, you're stuck. You're going to have that snow around at least until Wednesday afternoon, where it'll start to melt. And then once it melts Wednesday overnight into Wednesday night into Thursday, it'll refreeze again before a lot of it can melt by Thursday afternoon and Friday when you get into the mid-40s. It's just remarkable. A remarkable amount of snow and a 6.3 inch likely outcome. It's just crazy. I'm even tossing numbers around like this. This is a look here at the forecast going forward for Pensacola. Look at Pensacola, all right? Again, unbelievable snow working in here as early as about 10, 11 o'clock. You look at this again, snow-covered roads in Pensacola with a 3.5-inch snowfall forecast, a high end of 5 inches of snow. And so again, it's another one of these things. There aren't snow plows here. It's not a thing. In northwestern Florida, Panama, Tallahassee, I mean, these are, guys, these are, this is a 1 to 2 to 3 inch snowfall. Click around on the map, 0.98, 1.5, northwestern Florida, 3.31 inches. The other aspect of this is going to be the ice accretion potentially. You're going to have ice falling and temperatures cold enough to possibly deal with it. Look down here in southern Georgia, 1/4 of an inch of ice down out of the question. Gainesville, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, 1/10 to 15/100ths of an inch of ice, stretching all the way up the coast there to South Carolina, North Carolina. So just again, a crazy winter storm. We look at this in its totality here the next 7 days, and just unbelievable to see this type of winter weather forecasted in the deep south here, starting tomorrow morning, late tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, when we look at radar just all the way out, this is a look at radar here tomorrow out to 10 a.m., and you can see it already starting to filter into the area. Just a crazy forecast. We'll look at the wind gust forecast along with the storm system to give us an idea of what kind of wind we'll be dealing with as well. Again, all available in the Clarity platform. Look at the winds down there in Corpus Christi tonight, gusting as much as 42 miles per hour, continuing to go forward as the precipitation is falling along the southern fringe of this. New Orleans, you're going to have wind gusts up to possibly 30 miles per hour, and this will continue to work its way up the coast, all right, up the Gulf Coast, if you will. Let's look at this, 4 inches in 48 hours. The probability from a 100 model average here, a blend model average, if you will, the probability of seeing over 4 inches of snow, 90% in southern Louisiana. I mean, things you just never thought you would see, just totally unbelievable in the probability of seeing that much snowfall, of 4 inches or more. The probabilities of 4+ inches dwindle across South Alabama, South Georgia, and northwestern Florida. But nonetheless, you look at those 1-inch probabilities in 24 hours. Houston, 93% probability. San Marcos, 90%. So it's 100% odds down here in southern Louisiana. Look down here in South Alabama, 75% chance of 1 inch or more of snow, stretching as far up into Atlanta. And then you go forward, here's your 1-inch probabilities up the East Coast, again, using the Clarity Pro feature here. Savannah, Beaufort, Charleston, 75% plus probabilities of 1 inch of snow. This may be things that we never see again, possibly. This may be something that we never experience again. It's just, again, totally unbelievable. We'll look at the ice probabilities and the potential for 1/10 of an inch in a 24-hour period. Again, the highest probabilities right now are going to be centered just in the far northeast section of Florida and northwest Jacksonville, down there just west of Kingsland, and southeast of Valdosta, over a 50% probability that ice could accumulate to 1/10 of an inch. It's just crazy, just totally crazy. It's unbelievable. And I tell you, guys, if you have the Clarity Pro feature and you are in places like New Orleans, you can hit that chat button and you can chat with a meteorologist and talk to us. All right, if you want to learn more information, go to claritywx.com/sign up. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as you follow along on just this crazy, unprecedented deep south winter storm. Not to mention the crazy cold that's working its way down in here. It's minus 24 degrees in northern Minnesota right now. The cold is going to be gripping the country here as this big winter storm rolls through. Thanks for checking out the historic winter storm forecast, and we'll keep you posted. In fact, I don't think we're done with winter. I think there's plenty of storms and bouts of cold left here as we go throughout the month of February. And again, we'll continue to keep you posted on it. Subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon.